Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and I am coming to you from the Morning Hash. Even though it is midday where I am right now, it's morning somewhere on this big, beautiful world of ours. It is exactly 2:38 p.m. And what I'm trying to do with this channel is give you a daily briefing of the news of the day. It's not going to be the whole shebang, but things that I think that should stand out, that are important, that maybe you'd like to hear, maybe you should hear, maybe things that you don't hear on the CNNs or the MSNBCs or the ABCs or the blah 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 blah. And I want to try to make this brief, maybe like a 15 to 20 minutes. So during your lunch, you can sit and you can watch it, you can listen to it. Or if, you're just sitting on the john passing time, everyone, when they go poop, they've got their phone with them. I mean, don't act like you don't. You know you do. So this is the first time I've done this. So bear with me if I have to, go through a little bit of the testing here, a little bit of the buttons and whatnot. I think I've got everything ready to go. I think it's recording, but I even got it written down. I like writing stuff down on journals. I just like, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's real, it's real. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the news, the sports, entertainment, politics, health, some medical information with the news, the weather, and we will end the broadcast, this brief broadcast, with a little bit of fun. So without further ado, let's jump right in, okay? Shall we? Is this the first tab? Yes, it is. From Zero Hedge. Actually, this is on Zero Hedge, but it was Zero Hedge, published by Jonathan Turley. For President Joe Biden, I have no regrets. President Biden breaks long silence with shattering. Actually, I'm going to go back to Zero Hedge because they have the bold, the stuff that I really want to, make sure that, stands out to you. President Joe Biden has something that he wants the public to know. After the discovery of highly classified material in Biden's former office, his garage and library, the president wanted to make one thing and only one thing perfectly clear. I have no regrets. Come on, man. Freedom. Ice cream. What else did he say? It was a moment that rivaled his disastrous observation that, while classified material was found in his garage, it is a locked garage that also housed his beloved 1960 Chevy Corvette Stingray. That ain't bad. And again, I'm just going to go through the bold. I will post the links in the channel. I don't even know how to do this on YouTube yet. I will post the links below in the description. That's what it is, okay? So you can go through and read all this yourself. So we got the Corvette Stingray. The problem is that recent polls show that while the president has no regrets, the public overwhelmingly does. I wrote at the start of this scandal that Biden's silence is hardly surprising. Biden has always been better at expressing revulsion than responsibility. Quote, we found a handful of documents were filed in the wrong place. We immediately turned them over to the archives of the Justice Department. I think you're going to find there's nothing there. I have no regrets. I'm following what the lawyers have told me they want me to do. It's exactly what we're doing. There's no there there. Of course, there is also a special counsel there. Indeed, it is never a good idea to go public with expressions of no regret when you are being investigated on whether you took classification laws seriously. My God, if all of you watching out there, if this were Trump, they would be pounding down the door to have him impeached and thrown in prison. And you know it's true. Don't sit there and shake your head like it's not, because it's true. See, what else do we got here? It is hard to imagine how Biden's legal and political team would come up with this as the best approach when the president finally broke his silence. Of course, the president could be counting on his prior declaration that no one F's with a Biden. Good God. Okay. Well, that's the end of that one. Okay. So again, I will post the link in the description below this video. Let's, I don't know what this is. Let's move on to the next story. Actually, I've got a couple more stories. Breitbart. Oh my God, it's Breitbart. Help me. Let me see. Oh yeah, this. Silicon Valley slump. Google announces mass layoff of 12,000 workers. Woke tech giant Google has announced a major layoff, they are woke, stating that the company plans to cut approximately 6% of its workforce, or about 12,000 employees. AP News reports that Google has announced that it will be laying off 12,000 employees, or about 6% of its workforce. Tech giants including Microsoft, Amazon, Amazon, Facebook, now known as Meta, and Salesforce have also recently announced tens of thousands of layoffs as they tighten their belts amid a worsening outlook for the industry. The latest job losses mark the largest round of layoffs that Google has ever experienced. And I don't know why this is there. Third-party ad content. Let's see here. Well, again, I'm trying to make this brief. I will post all of these links in the description below. I've already said that like 5 times. So, yeah, the tech industry isn't doing too hot right now. They're laying off thousands of people. I think Twitter laid off close to 10,000, something like that. So for all of you people who are saying, hey, learn to code, learn to be a tech engineer or something like that, it's probably still a good idea. But man, things aren't looking good in over in California. Things never look good in California, do they? No. I mean, the beaches are nice. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? The next news story we've got here. Oh yeah, this is great. New York City Mayor Adams calls for a national czar to manage border crisis, despite Vice President Harris already holding that role. New York Mayor Eric Adams has called for the appointment of a national czar to manage the immigration crisis at the U.S.-Mexico border, seemingly unaware that Vice President Kamala Harris already holds that role. There must be a national czar. Okay, I got to keep going, but this is the same Mayor Adams who said that New York was a sanctuary city and then asked for federal help when too many illegal immigrants showed up at their doorsteps. Same thing with Kamala Harris. Wasn't it like 150 illegal immigrants showed up at her doorstep and they whisked them right away? And don't even get me into the Martha's Vineyard thing, okay? That we'll get into that later, all right? So there's that. Again, links in the description so you can peruse all of these articles, all this information. What are we on to next? Okay, now this is my first channel on YouTube. I don't know what I can or cannot talk about, but I'm going to be very careful. I guess, I wish I didn't have to be, about what I'm about to say. 1,653 athlete cardiac arrest or serious issues, 1,148 of them dead since COVID injection. Okay? It is definitely not normal for so many, mainly young athletes, to suffer from cardiac arrests or to die while playing their sport, but this year it is happening. Many of these heart issues and deaths come shortly after they got a COVID vaccine. I refuse to call it a vaccine, because a vaccine either prevents you from transmitting or contracting a virus. So it's not a vaccine. I'm probably going to get kicked off. While it is possible this can happen to people who did not get a COVID vaccine, the sheer numbers clearly point to the only obvious case. Important notes: the number of dead are included in the total number. There are also dozens of reports that are not included in the total number shown in the headline because they are not or may not be vaccine related in our judgment. Now, I'm going to scroll down a little bit here because I did take a brief look. Okay, prior year data. The International Olympic Committee in Lausanne, Switzerland studied documents from international data banks from 1966 to 2004. These documents, 1966 to 2004, those documents indicate 1,101 sudden deaths in athletes under 35 years of age, an average of 29 athletes per year. Okay, and the highest incidence being in soccer and basketball. Let's go move forward. A study by Marin, I'm not sure what that is, on sudden death in U.S. athletes from 1980 to 2006 in 38 sports identified 1,866 deaths of athletes with cardiac disease. Did I read that right? With cardiac disease with the prevalence of hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. 2005 to 2006 averaged 66 deaths per year, with 82% of those occurring during competition or training. Okay, now we're going to scroll down just a touch more. In 2021 and 2022, so far, cardiac disease has not been mentioned. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy was mentioned twice, but those two reports were listed in the not vax-related list. Enlarged heart was only mentioned 3 times, but there was no indication this was a long-term or recent issue, possibly due to vaccine injury. And let's see here. The growing report. So here's this chart here. You can stop and you can look at that. Let's see here. Well, okay. This goes down all the way from 2022 to 2021. Okay, December, day, month, year. Indiana, USA, dead. Do I need to go on? Let's go back up. In that time, in that 2-year window, 1,653 athlete cardiac arrests, 1,148 of them dead in a 2-year window. Make of that what you will. Okay? We'll move on before I get banned. What do we got next? Oh, the weather. Let's go to the weather. 5-day precipitation forecast. If you look there in Santa Fe and Pueblo, can we zoom in a little bit? There we go. Let's zoom out actually. Now I'm going to try to do this like a weatherman. Now you see here in California, it looks like some of the storms have moved on, so you're going to get a little bit of relief from that snow and that rain, and you needed the rain. You know, you were suffering a drought, which is good, so just take it easy. I hope everyone recovers and whatnot. Now, if you look in the central United States, you see that there's some heavy snow. Is that snow? Yes, it is. It is snow. You'll see some heavy snow in North Texas and the panhandle of Oklahoma and Colorado. And yeah, everything else looks pretty good, except up in the Northeast, they always get snow this time of year. Geez, Buffalo, man, they got rocked. That was, storm threat. I don't know what I just did. Again, this is my first time doing this. So let's see here. Forecast. Let's just go to the forecast, shall we? And see. I guess I was on the forecast page. Silly me. Where did that go? Add 1 of 2. We're not going to go into that. So it looks like so far there's some storms down here in the southern region around Houston, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama. So yeah, nothing too crazy right now. I don't know what the predictions are, what the outlooks are right now, but I don't think they're too good. This ad is about to expire. Let's see what we can get here. Never mind. Shoot, there was one more thing I wanted to say about the weather. Okay, supposedly we're supposed to be getting these big polar vortexes coming in, and what do they call it? I can't remember what they call those paths that are coming in off of the coast of California. Whatever. I'll think of it later. I probably won't think of it later. I'll just say it because it sounds good. So weather. You can take a look at your map there, and meh, you look like you're good for now. Let's see if we can go down to the forecast yet. What in the world? Why is this doing this? Anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. On to sports. We'll just go to the NFL because football's my favorite sport, even though I don't watch the NFL anymore because it's corrupt. Let's see here in the wild card. The Jaguars defeated the Chargers 31-30. The Jaguars, really? The Bengals beat the Ravens 24-17. Bills beat the Dolphins 34-31. That was a close game. And that was in the AFC. In the NFC wild card, Cowboys over the Buccaneers 31-14. Giants over the Vikings 31-24. The Vikings are they get to the playoffs and lose every single time. And the 49ers kind of thumped the Seahawks there. And those are all the wild card games. In the divisional, the Jaguars will square off against the Chiefs Saturday, January 21st at 4:30 p.m. That will be on NBC. That might be a good game. Let's see. And then the other divisional in the AFC, Bengals and Bills. Ooh, that might be a real good game. Let's see. Ah, man, I got the Bills in that one. That is Sunday, January 22nd, 3 p.m. on CBS. Divisional in the NFC. I should probably look at the camera. Hi. Divisional in the NFC. The Giants will take on the Eagles. The Eagles are good, man. Saturday, January 21st, 8:15 p.m. on Fox. And the other divisional, Cowboys versus the 49ers. That might be a game I might actually watch. The Cowboys and the 49ers, that is a rivalry that goes back, baby. That is going to be a good game, I think. That's Sunday, January 22nd on Fox. And then, of course, you've got the AFC Championship, which is Sunday, January 29th. You've got the NFC Championship, same day, January, Sunday, January 29th. And then the Super Bowl will occur on Sunday, February 12th. And that's all I'm going to say for sports right now, until it's baseball season, because my wife absolutely loves baseball. So, yeah, we'll go from there. And then what are we moving on to now? Let's see. Oh, entertainment news. That's right. Alec Baldwin killed a guy. Or did he kill two? Well, he killed a woman and injured a man. Charging decision expected in Alec Baldwin rush shooting as multiple real bullets found. I heard this and I was like, the now infamous shooting death on the set of Rust has the appearance of a horrific freak accident. A real bullet somehow makes its way onto the set of a Western drama, and through a cascade of missteps, Alec Baldwin fires it from his gun during a rehearsal, tragically ending a life and upending countless others. Let me see. Oh, okay, here it is. But a 551-page sheriff's report includes a revelation that makes the October 2021 shooting seem less like impossible bad luck and more like an inevitability. FBI testing uncovered a total of five live rounds of ammunition among the movie's prop weapons. 6 if you count the bullet that actually went off, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and wounding writer-director Joel Souza. And of course, it goes on. The actor's public claim, I didn't pull the trigger. He said something else. There's the interview out there where he's like, there's someone at fault, but it's not me. I didn't pull the trigger. Alec Baldwin, just go away. That's all I'm going to do for entertainment right now. And now I'd like to finish off this brief news cycle with some good news. So let's move on. Nice news. Nice news. 1-minute bursts of exercise 3 times a day are linked to a longer life, a study finds. Exercise is a key component to maintaining good health, both mentally and physically, and we all know that. And for some people, a high-intensity 45-minute workout, that's exactly what I like to do, is an activity to look forward to. For many others, though, it's akin to having a cavity drilled without an anesthetic. If you're part of the latter group, recent research may give you a reason to celebrate. A study published last month in Nature Journal showed that 1 minute long, that's 60 seconds, intermittent bursts of intense exercise performed 3 times a day reduced all-cause mortality risk by 38 to 40% and resulted in a 48 to 49% reduction in cardiovascular mortality risk specifically. Wow. Uh, hmm. That is interesting. I got to keep moving on here. So, again, this will be posted down in the description. I'll get all these links. Let's go to the next good news of the day. Ergolog. Now, Ergolog is a very good website that I suggest. They do tons and tons of research on everything about the human body, working out, and how chemicals interact with your body and everything. And I'll just kind of scroll down here so you can see. Evening workout won't cost you your sleep. And when you click on these things, they give you the whole rundown. It's a very, very good website. Yoga, walking, cardio training, all types of physical activity improve sleep. Pantethine, the underrated cholesterol-lowering effects of a B vitamin. Fish oil makes life more difficult for cancer secondaries. I don't know what that means. But like I said, I don't. High intake of nuts and legumes protects against brain cancer. Okay, so that fish oil one's interesting. Hold on. I will click on that. A diet rich in fish oil or other sources of omega-3 fatty acids may reduce the likelihood of cancer cells spreading in the body under conditions of physical stress. Researchers at Tel Aviv University drew this cautious conclusion from an animal study they published in Clinical Nutrition. Okay, so that's all I'm going to read for now because I got one more story and then I got to go. All right, let's go to Texas universities block access to TikTok on campus Wi-Fi networks. God, I love Texas. Students and faculty will not be able to access the popular social media app while connected to university internet service. It's the latest step to limit access to the service after Governor Greg Abbott directed state agencies to ban the app on government-issued devices, citing cybersecurity risks. You know, like the fact that China can access any device that has TikTok on it and get all of your information. So good on you, Texas. Good on you. Golf clap. Golf clap. If I had a cowboy hat, if I had a 5-gallon hat, I'd swing it around. I better get a lasso in here or something like that. I think that's it for now. Again, this is just the maiden voyage of the news. How long did this even last? Where's my clock? Clock. I said clock. Hell with it. A little over 20 minutes. But please hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm going to try to do this every single day. Well, depending on the schedule. I'll do this at least 3 times a week. I can promise you that. And later this evening, I will be doing a live stream of Elden Ring where I die some more. If you have watched me play Elden Ring, I'm just awful. I'm just terrible, but it's a really fun game. So, without further ado, I thank you further ado, should that have been the right phrase? I don't know. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for showing up, and I will put all of these links in the description down below on the YouTube page. So, everyone have a great day. Y'all take care. See ya.